Hey everybody, this is Albert Corey from Corner Associates Accounting and Small Business, where every day we come on and we ask the questions to make sure you get the best tax return. We help you save time and money in building your business. Today, I want to show you real quick. I got a good coaching gig today. How did I get the coaching gig? Because you show love. I come on every day and I try to show you my tips and tricks to how to build your business. All right, you start doing this long enough, guys. You start helping people out, and your business will grow. You're gonna start making money and getting clients. It might take you a while, but once they know and trust and you give enough back, Zig Ziglar or Les Brown said, the more you give, the more you're going to get. And by the way, if you have any questions or comments, you can always put it below. If you want to, I would love to have some love and comments. And you can also, any questions or comments, send me an instant message. So anyways, I was giving some love. One of my clients who I got off of Facebook, where, every day, I come on and I help everybody. I always ask everybody's questions. I don't ask for any sales. I say every day, well, ask all you questions. Dude, I ask questions and I help people out every single day. I'm out there every day helping people. I put a beautiful YouTube video on how to open a PA in Florida. I do it and I get calls every day. But I'm educating them. Now, once they start to call, you give them the information. So maybe eventually, they're going to start to come to you or ask you questions, maybe do their tax returns, maybe help you with some coaching. You just don't know. You just got to keep giving. Probably one of my biggest secrets and tricks that I learned over the years is the biggest is why, one, I love you all in the 10X group, but now I have an audience of every single day of 6,900 of you people. All right, part of going out and building your businesses, I would tell you, I'm on every day and I try to do a broadcast every day, but out of 6,000 people who are members of this group, I think it's probably maybe 20 people who come on every day who do posts. Okay, every day. We are the 20 leaders. Okay, I would love to see more people put content out here. A year ago I was like, blah, 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 but then I went out. Believe it or not, I got help. And then I just started going and going and going and going. Because I go and go and go, people start asking me questions. I don't always ask. Probably my little soft sell at the end of every broadcast. If you have any questions or comments, you could always put it below or post it in the top. So that's a soft sell where I'll ask any questions. But even when I call and you ask me questions, I don't say, hey, I don't talk to you unless you give me money. No, I don't do that. I'll answer all your questions every time. So part of I want to come on here, I want to have to ask you some of you guys' opinion. Let me tell you one of the things, as you know, last week I was in Las Vegas. Not this week, but last week I was in Vegas at a Bugs Free Mind. I actually got to talk on stage once, which is pretty cool. Hopefully I'm going to get that video up. And had a bunch of live people. I met a bunch of cool people. Well, one of the people I met, and I'm having a blank out on his name, but anybody, what he said is, when you write a book, you need to, the first 5 pages, all right, the first 5 pages on Amazon, is like the show now. And even if they don't buy your book, even if they don't buy your book, if you make those 5 pages important, you might get a coaching gig. People might call you. You might get a client. I found that out earlier today. Actually, my office, the internet's not that good. Let me see. So anyways, here is this is going to be kind of like my part of... Okay, I don't want to do that way. This is going to be kind of what I'm going to write. This is what I'm going to write about, and I want people to tell me what you think. about. This is what I'm going to write about my first 5 pages. I got to probably refine it, but this is what we're going to talk about. Okay, so anyways, when you go on Facebook, when you go on Amazon, I'm not in my office, but let me see. Let me put this here. And if I move this, okay. Let me see if I can do something here. That's my little speech, but I want to show you what I was talking about. Okay, if you go to Amazon, and I show you who didn't do a good job of this, and here's one of the people that I showed did a good job, and I'm going to show you in a minute what I'm talking about. Look, this is what I'm going to talk about in a minute. So I clicked on the book. Okay, and I think if you go to here, I was doing it earlier today. If you go, okay, let me see if we can go to expert secrets. Back to results. When I was playing with this earlier, okay, it really, okay. See if I can get it to work. You know how it is now that you got it to work? Okay, here you go. Okay, here you go. Look, here it is. I don't know if you can see this, but look. So what they were telling me in Las Vegas, let me even take this off of the stand here so I can show you better. Put it back on my stand. See what they're doing here? So what they were showing me in Las Vegas is, so if I just went and I was just looking at the book, I'm looking at Russell's book, because remember, you get to see the first 5 pages, and you get the table of contents, you get the .com secrets book, and then it starts out. So you don't see nothing really. It took a little bit to go get to the introduction. So what these guys in Las Vegas were teaching me was, like, in a case of Russell's book here, go back to the beginning. See, look, if I wanted to buy his book, what they're teaching at the people that I was hanging out with is this first page. When they go on to the book, it should be your intro or your forward. I would put the forward first. Why you'd want to put the forward first is so that even if they don't buy the book, okay, you could get a sell. And I'm going to read you what I'm writing about, and I have my writer who's helped me write it, my writing coach. But so I can make this bigger. I'll zoom. Okay, here you go. Now that it's bigger, I can show you better. See, table of contents. So, let's see another book. Let's go to Jeff Walker. Let me see if he does the same thing. You click the inside. Okay, we see the cover. Okay, you see, the forwards. This is what people are thinking. Okay, but guess what though? Okay, so he did the same thing, except his isn't as bad, because right in the beginning, you get all the endorsements, but because, right in the beginning, you're getting at least some of the endorsements, which is cool, which isn't bad, but not like when we're doing .com secrets that, you only saw, okay, the forward. You saw the table of contents. Well, what these guys in Las Vegas were teaching me, is that on when you first open up the book, like I'm looking here, even if I don't buy the book, you want to write like something that I might be able to hook them. Let's try one more, and then I'm going to read you how to write copy by Ray. Let's click inside the book. Okay, it's loading. Okay, these are the people. Da 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 da. Okay, these are all the endorsements. These are what people are thinking. See? Well, he's not as bad because table of contents, the intro. But it's still, the people in Vegas were saying that, put it in the beginning. So now I'm going to read you. I am going to read you what mine was. And I want people to tell me, what you think of it. It'd be pretty cool. Let me put this in my way. Because in my office, the internet sucks. So, there you go. So this is what they're calling at the book, the book writers, people when I was in Vegas. Move this where I can read this a little bit. So here's what I wrote for what I'm going to put in the beginning, the first 5 pages. Okay, so here's what I wrote. Perception. Perception is a book about my story, how I started my accounting business, and it's the system that got me 7 figures. It will work in any type of business. So let me tell you a little bit about my story. My name is Albert Corey, and I live and work in the Miami area. My family comes from Lebanon, so it's like I was not born with a silver spoon in my mouth. And my family did not have a Harvard education. My family, both my mom and dad, came from farm families from North Lebanon. I just barely got out of high school and college. When it came to University of South Florida, I graduated in 1982 in probably one of the worst economies, ever. It was Jimmy Carter area. I went looking all day, could not find a job. Finally, when I couldn't find a job, my parents had a motel and they needed a manager. So I started working for them. I said, I might as well do something instead of sitting home because there's no jobs out there. So on my days off, in the motel, which on the cleaning people's off, which is Wednesday, I worked on Wednesdays. I was there every day working. I'm the one who helped the guys clean. We had apartment stuff, clean, fix. I took got the paint. I collected the money. I did all the books. But when the cleaning people didn't show up, I cleaned the toilets. Okay, nice. I just got a college degree and now I was cleaning in toilets. When I started my tax business in 1985, there was no internet. There was no Facebook, no social media. There was nothing. There was really only payphones. That was the coolest technology. And payphones at that time were a dime, right? So there was no technology. So in 1985, I went and I started working H&R Block just for something to do because somebody screwed up my tax return. All right, so I started working H&R Block. Then one day, I was sitting at the Sears Westland store. By the way, that store is now closed. I was sitting at the Sears Westland store, and guess what? Somebody goes up to the counter and says, "Hey, will you come to my house?" And they said, "Well, for $500. Say, wait a minute. They want $500 to go to their house, and they're only paying me $4 an hour. That was the ding ding moment. So then I started so then I go home and I tell my dad, hey, look, dad, guess what? We're going to start doing tax returns. And my father goes to me, who the F is going to go to, not only in English, but also in Arabic. Okay, I said, thanks, Dad. Pops, came from Lebanon, had his motel business, but always said, why you want to clean rooms? Go out and get a good job. So that's when I came up with Corey and Associates. Okay, because I know nobody would ever go to Albert Corey, but everybody would go to Corey and Associates. Okay, so anyways, part of what we're writing about in the book Perception is, just like I had to change the name to Corey and Associates and Perception, is reason why it's how the world thinks of you is how fast you can get money from the ATM machine. All right, what does this mean? Okay, with most of the world, with all this noise out there, okay, you have to find a competitive advantage. And part of the advantage is you got to let the world think, that you're bigger and a badass, because the rest of the world doesn't do that. The world usually, and I see it in my office every day, where they come up with, little Vista printing cards. And I'm saying like, dude, look, dude, you're trying to do a $3,000 pressure cleaning job on my house. And like, you're giving me a Vista card? Really, dude? Don't you want to like elevate it? So like, that's it. Success is how the world thinks of you, and my book is going to show you on what I did. There's so much competition. That's the only way that you're going to stand out. Reading this book, you'll follow my path. And guess what? This path is pretty awesome. I really only work like 96 days a year, and after that, probably after May 1st, I come, I go, I do whatever I want. Do I work hard those 96 days? But after that, I go any place I want. It's funny. Some of the coolest places I've been, I've been to Lebanon. I go to Vegas every year, Rome, Australia 9 times, Canada, the Bahamas, London, Paris, you name it, 1,000,000 times to Disney World. I've been to the best games in the Orange Bowl, best games at Marlin. When I've been to Super Bowl games, when I've been to World Series. I've been to the championship games for college football, all because, I didn't put my time earlier. So part of it also is, okay, is that why should you go out? Part of my book is we're going to show you, I spent my time and energy out learning all the tricks. Okay. Every year I spend thousands of dollars learning all the tricks that you could use. These are some of the tricks. And guess what, though? When there was no internet, okay, back in 85, guys, I would go to Home Office Depot, all right, make flyers and go out and pass them out. That was pre-Facebook and everything. Okay, there's always a way to get your business off the ground with guerrilla marketing. I started off putting a real small ad in a paper that's no longer existent called a community newspaper. And I got 7 people out of that little ad. I think the ad cost me like $20 a week. That's all I can afford. And I still got some of those customers today. I had a girl who worked for me last year, and she would tell me, because I pay commission in my office. Oh, Albert, I don't have no money. I said, okay. Then I said, look, go make some flyers on my computer and pass them out. And she never did. Well, that's why we have to get rid of it. So now comes, this is why I learned in Vegas, why you put this in the beginning. Okay, so like say they don't buy your book, right? Say they don't buy your book. But here's what happens. So at the bottom, you can say, I have spent thousands of dollars on my quest. Okay, you can go read your book and spend your time and energy. Remember, there's 2 ways to become successful. There's sweat equity. Okay, there's sweat equity, or you can buy time. So if you want to do sweat equity, we have the workbooks and everything that you can use. But if you look for a mentor and coach you to cut your time down and assist growing your business, you have come to the right place. I have over 35 years in the business development space. You see, I'm a mentor that I can talk the talk and walk the walk, because I built a 7-figure business on guerrilla marketing. I've learned all the tricks and tips. I'm up on the hottest trends and what to do to build your business. So if you have any questions, all you have to do is go to 1040w2.com and click for your free consultation. So anyways, that's going to be the beginning of the book. When it goes, it should be almost done. He sent me, where are we at here? Right now, we are at 450 words. It's a pretty cool story. They're starting to format it. They just got to do a little bit more work. But if anybody has any questions or comments, sharing is caring. I know it's 10:25 here in the East. I really shouldn't put any time because this is also going to be on a podcast. This is also going to go on Facebook, on YouTube, and a bunch of across channels. So if you have any questions or comments, you can always put it below. If it's a private tax question, you could always hit me up on Instant Messenger, Albert Corey. And remember, sharing is caring. So I'll talk to everybody soon. Bye-bye.